I'm Jose Hernandez here at TSM Fitness USA, and on the general basis, what I like to do is try to keep my hand on the pulse of the fitness industry and where trends are going, what equipment's looking like, and just get my idea as to really what's going on in the fitness industry as far as what Instagram shows. Now, the reality versus Instagram is a real thing, but I do follow a lot of different gyms all throughout the country and pretty much all throughout the world. Every time I see something cool or something different, I do tend to follow them. So I just wanted to kind of review some of the gyms that I'm seeing so we could get an idea as to what's going on. All right, so let's get into it. Okay, guys, how I'm gonna actually rate these gyms is gonna be, let's just call it a 1 through 10 scale. What do I think about the aesthetic? What do I think about the equipment selection? And that's pretty much how I'm gonna rate them. I don't know anything about the owners of these gyms. I don't know. I basically picked gyms that I've never even looked at before. I picked about 10 or 15 of them just to kind of go through them to see what is out there and how I would judge it based on what they're doing. So the very first one I'm going to start with is going to be this one that I came up with was Lakeside Fitness in Wilmington, North Carolina. Very cool. All right, so they went for the all black. That's a good touch. I like the floors. That's very good to have as a contrast to all the black. I probably wouldn't have gone with green turf. Maybe a blue turf would have been nicer there. But let's see here. What else we got? The entrance is very nice. Yeah, I like it. I think it's very cool. I see a lot of Watson equipment. Watson is good stuff, British made or English made, I should say. Let me see if I could see any pictures of the actual equipment. Let's see here. Okay, here you go. Yeah, it's definitely Watson. So what do I think of Watson? Watson's actually pretty cool equipment, very heavy duty. I like the way they do their upholstery. A lot of it's very big. I think that if you're looking to stand out, I think that that's a brand you should look at. It is very expensive because we don't get a break on tariffs when it comes down to England. So you're paying, some pretty, high rates for this stuff. Even if you're buying it from their American dealer, I think that it's still going to be pretty expensive. Could you have gotten this same look and the same feel from other equipment? Maybe. I really don't know. But for the most part, I think that the kid here, this guy, he made a good choice. Yeah, look, you got the nice stitching, you got the cool pieces. So I think that's a really cool aesthetic. I don't think I would have picked any other color. I really do like tan on black. I think it makes the equipment look classy, even if it's like big and bulky like this, which it looks very industrial. But yeah, I mean, there you go. It's a typical. This was Lakeside Fitness in Wilmington. Without knowing much about the gym and just for the looks of it, I would give this gym a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, yeah, 7 out of 10 I think is good. Lakeside Fitness, you're doing good. 7 is not a bad number. It's a great number on my scale. And I think that whatever you're doing, just keep it up. And I think it's great. Good look. This one is called Empire Athletics. Let's see here. I want to get into the page. Here it is. Okay. Let's look at some photos. I would like to look at some photos of the gym itself. Okay, I see some Rogers equipment here. See if there's a tour of the gym maybe. Let's see here. I mean, I see a lot of stuff here, but I don't see a good, you guys need to add some videos of your gym. I don't know if I'm just missing them. If I am, and you guys happen to ever catch this, I think, I just didn't see it, I'm sorry. But I think, yeah, you got black on black aesthetic. I see a lot of black on black aesthetics. Here goes a good picture. Oh, well, blue turf. Okay. I think that's add some color. I don't know if this is, right, this is the owner here, I'm assuming, or one of the guys that works there. That's some good, that's a very good belt squat, the hammer strength belt squat. I think it's very nice. I can't really see much of the aesthetics of the gym. Maybe there's some other way of looking here. Let's see here. I mean, you got a Rogers pendulum, you got a nice hip thrust, you got a squat. I mean, you got some cool stuff. You got some, you know, custom dumbbells and rubber. Oh, Umaxes, those are expensive, guys. Very expensive. I mean, you got the nice turf. Overall, from what I could judge on this, and this is in Leominster, Mass. There's one in Lindbergh, Mass, and one in Webster, Mass. Let's see if they have anything on their reels. Just want to get a better idea of anything here. Well, that's all I got for you, I guess. This is Empire Athletics. Looks like a strip mall type gym. I mean, I'm gonna rate this one a 5. It looks nice. It looks clean from what I could tell, but it's really not. It's a nice gym. I don't think it executed the look that it's going for with the blue and black. I mean, it still got some white equipment in there. Now, there's anything wrong with that, but I think when you go all black and you go all in on one color, it's tough to mix in other products, you know, unless you have other things going on in the gym, like kind of like this next gym you're going to see. This is absolute comp. I mean, this gym is an absolute monster here. Let me see if I get in here. Boom. We give them a follow and let's get in there. All right, look at this place. This is a monstrosity of a gym here. You got the, you know, the marble floors. You got all the multi-stations. I don't know what brands those are. I mean, definitely bigger in Texas, that's for sure. Absolute Fort Worth, Texas. Wow, what a beast of a gym. But as you can tell, the aesthetic, even though it's mostly black, they peppered in enough color where if they have some other equipment in there, like white equipment, it's not going to stand out too much. You know, I look at that. You got some, I don't know if those are Watson dumbbells or some Watson knockoffs, but they're very nice. I mean, look at this. Look at the bathrooms, the showers. I mean, this is a phenomenal gym. It reminds me of Fusion gyms. And I have to be honest, if I were to take a guess, whoever is behind Fusion is probably behind this gym because the aesthetic is just way too close. It just looks way too, yeah, it looks a lot like Fusion gyms. I don't know. All right, that's something. I'd give this one a 10 out of 10. I don't know what the feel inside the gym is, to be honest with you, but just by looking at this gym, I think it's absolutely amazing. There was a gym in New Jersey called Signature Fitness in Belleville. It kind of reminds me of back in the days. If anybody's from Jersey that knows about that gym will tell you that gym was absolutely amazing, and it kind of reminds me of this. This is all obviously a lot bigger, but yeah, I mean, pretty cool. I like it. I think this is definitely a 10 out of 10. I've never seen a 350-pound dumbbell, that's for sure. We got this one called Just Performance Athletic Club. This one is in Rocky Mountain, Southwest Virginia. I don't know where that is. Rocky Mount. I don't know where Rocky Mount is. It looks like it's VA. Not 100% sure, but I'll post it maybe down here. All right. So by the looks of this one, again, all black aesthetic. They got some Atlantis equipment. That's pretty good. Strip mall type gym. Steel dumbbells. Got some mixed in white stuff in there. Let's see here. I mean, this is some old Nautilus stuff. It is what it is. I don't know why people love them. All right, let's see here. Oh, this is a good picture. All right, see the murals. I see some Prime equipment, some Life Fitness equipment, some Cybex equipment. I you know, it's got a good mix. Got some hammer strength, some Rogue weights, some nice cool platform. I mean, this is a cool gym. I think this is a pretty cool gym. You notice how they're not showing off the bathrooms like they were in that other gym. So I'm curious to see what those look like. In those type of strip malls, the bathrooms are generally not that great just because the space itself doesn't allow you to do something really grand. Or if it does, it's not like what you would think it would be. See some Nautilus in there. chain driven notice. I mean, it's, if I gave the first gym a 7 out of 10, I got to give this gym a 7 out of 10. It's pretty much the same aesthetic. You know, it's cool. 7 out of 10. I think you guys are doing a great job. Just Performance Club in Rockmount. Good job. I like it. Oh boy. Wait until we see this one, guys. This gym here, I've actually been following on our Instagram for a while. And I got to be honest with you, this gym is really impressive. I mean, take a look at this. Wow. I mean, yeah, pretty cool. Looks like an old warehouse, so it's very industrial. It's probably a warehouse similar to what I'm in right now. I wonder what the HVAC system in there is like, because that looks like I don't see one on the roof, so it's got to be coming from somewhere. Where is this place again? This is also in Houston, Texas. I got to tell you guys, Houston, Texas does it big. I don't know if it's because the space is cheaper and they could spend a lot more money, if it's just more places to pick from. But up here is really dense, guys, so you're kind of limited to what you could actually get. But what an amazing gym. I mean, this thing, they got an H squat in there. They got some X Master stuff. I know the owners of the X Masters, pretty cool guys. I mean, multicolorful, but see, like when you don't go with all black, even though they have some white and some different color machines in there, they got some reds, some blacks, even some gray and black. I think it looks just fine. I think you could get away with that aesthetic when you do it this way, only because you're not like married to black. You just have a predominantly black gym. So pretty cool. I love this gym. I think it's a 10 out of 10, honestly. I don't know what the bathrooms look like. They're not showing them off. That's always kind of a thing for me, but let's see if we can find some pictures of the bathrooms. I don't know why I'm obsessed with the bathrooms of gyms, but I just think that gyms need to kind of have really, that's probably the first place that I go to when I judge a gym. I go to the bathroom. If the bathroom's a mess, I'm not joining there. There you go. All right, on to the next one. Oh boy, okay. So this is, let's see here. These are Fusion. So, you guys know, I don't know if you guys know these gyms, but these gyms are absolutely, what the hell? These gyms are crazy, how big they are and how these gyms are built. I mean, these things are huge, over the top. I mean, that's all I can say. They're over the top. They're 10 out of 10 gyms. They're huge. The equipment is what it is. Like, they'll have a lot of Chinese stuff mixed in there, which I'm okay with at this point. I think there's plenty of stuff that's being made that's coming out of China directly that's pretty nice. I will say those squat racks are really small though, which I don't know why they came up with those squat racks, but who doesn't want a barbershop and an eatery at their gym at the same time? They could, play some basketball, they could train outdoors. I mean, I wonder how they keep up with their equipment outdoors. I know that stuff's falling apart. But yeah, I mean, these guys are doing it big. I mean, look at these things. Every last one of them is huge. Look at the size of this one. Yeah, I don't even know. I mean, I don't like that effect there, but yeah, super big. This is another one. Very big gym. It's just another, oh, these are just machines are showing off. Yeah. So at the very beginning, when they opened up Fusion, they didn't have any other mix of products. They just had the Relentless brand in there. And I think they made a really smart move by basically saying, you know what, enough of that. Let's mix in some of the stuff people are actually looking for, because you have this really cool aesthetic. You have this really cool vibe by the gym. You have this really high-end feel, but then you put in cheap Chinese stuff and it kind of like dwindles it, it kind of whittles down that feel a little bit. So I think maybe them going to like Panada and some of the stuff that I see in here, I think was a good move on their part, to be honest with you. So well done. 10 out of 10, guys. You guys always do good though. Okay. I actually ran into this thing. It's called Iron Graveyard. I don't know if this is a real gym. I think a guy just owns it. This is the type of gym I grew up in my early years. And it just reminds me of that like 90s, early 90s vibe, late 2000s. It was still around. In the late 2000s, a lot of these gyms were falling apart and going out of business. So a lot of this old equipment you see here, shipped out in containers overseas years and years ago. So to see it there, I mean, I think it's pretty cool. They have, you know, typical bodybuilders, you know, on the, I'm sorry, the bodybuilders on the, what's going on here? Yeah, I like this. I think, I know this is going to sound crazy after looking at those really high dollar gyms, but looking at this gym, I really like it. And only because it proves that you don't have to like buy like the most like gimmicky piece of gym equipment to build something that's like, that's cool. You know, I think this is actually cooler than a lot of those really fancy gyms just because I think, just look at it, it gives you that vibe. And they knew exactly what vibe they were going for, and boom, they got it. You know how you know they went for that vibe? Because they don't got a single treadmill in the place. Not a single piece of cardio. Just strength equipment. Just lift heavy. Whoever this guy is, he's an effing psycho. So I'm going to give him a 10 out of 10. This guy right here, Iron Graveyard, Scott Wingfield, Canadian bodybuilder. Good job, dude. Very good job. I love it. All right, so now I'm going to get into like a little bit of more higher end gyms. This is, I don't know if this is an actual gym. I think it's designed by this Sri Lankan company, but I've been looking for it and I can't find it. So, but very, very cool athletic. If this isn't AI, I'm not 100% sure, but it looks pretty damn cool. I like the aesthetic of it. I like the high-end feel. I mean, look at those stairs. It looks dope. Yeah, look at the bathroom. Again, it looks dope. So whoever this gym is, I can't tell you what the equipment is, but is what it is, you know? I don't, oh, this is, yeah, it's some overseas. It's definitely overseas. I don't know where. I think it's in Germany. I'll give that a 10 out of 10. I don't know who those guys are, but I think it's actually pretty cool. And there was one or two more I wanted to kind of show off. I think this is one of them. All right, next one is Destination Dallas, Texas. This one is typical bodybuilder gym. I mean, they're catering towards their bodybuilders, you know, old Nautilus machines. It looks like there's no air conditioning because the doors are wide open. Glute builder stuff. I mean, I'll give this, I'm gonna rate this one low just for the way it looks and stuff. I mean, look, I'm not judging anybody's gym. I think it's a great gym. I'm just, you know, putting people on a scale. So I'll put this about a 5. I don't see anything that's going to blow my mind here. I'm going for like blow my socks off when you go with if I give you a 10. This one's in Boston called Lynx Fitness here. All right. Lynx Fitness, Boston. All right, let's see what we got. You know, again, kind of, it looks like it's an old movie theater. We're on bottom of an old movie theater. Okay. Okay, so this is what I'm going to say about this gym. These are the type of gyms that will set trends. Okay, now hear me out. The aesthetic is not all black. It's got a black ceiling. It's got some black equipment in it, but the black is not the predominant thing that you see in this gym. It has actually different cool colors. They got some greens. I mean, they got a driving range. I mean, that's golf simulator. I mean, you got to give them credit. I'm actually getting a lot of people calling me about golf simulators, believe it or not. You know, they look like they have a training studio here on its own. Very nice. Yeah, this is a really cool club. I wish I had one nearby me because this is the type of stuff that I actually like. So again, this is all based on my own personal opinion. I think this gym is actually pretty cool. I think that it's going to be trend setting, especially with the golf simulator. A lot of people are asking for golf simulator now in their gyms. First it was cold plunges and now it's golf simulators. Go figure. By the way, I don't sell golf simulators in case anybody asks, but if I do, I will advertise it and tell people that I do. But yeah, that's a cool one. All right, so I think that does it. I don't want to get too far into this. It's a couple of really cool, like, oh wait, I'm actually gonna mention one more gym, okay? I'm gonna say a couple things too. So this is Gym Hub in Boston. Gym Hub in Boston is like the OG of the black on black gyms. And I know that you see multicolorful stuff here and it's Gym Hub. this guy named Nate Tello owns it. He's a bodybuilder, really nice guy. He sponsors bodybuilding shows and stuff. And he trains there himself, and he, curated his gym and picked out all the cool stuff. It's not very big. But that whole like Instagram, like feel that people are looking for with gyms, I think he was like one of the OGs of that stuff, because if you look at his gym, it's been like this for a long time. And now this is the people are coming into the space. This is what they're looking for, So I think that imitation is the greatest form of flattery, and I think a lot of people have imitated this look. I don't know if it just caught on years and years ago and it's slowly been catching on, but that like, curated, I picked my own pieces, black stuff, old school stuff. He was like one of the people that actually did that. Him and Powerhouse Gym in Syosset, New York, owned by Steve Weinberger from IFBB, an IFBB pro judge. That being said, let me say something, okay? The black on black, it's gonna get worn out. Just giving you guys a heads up. It's gonna look dated, right? So the same trends that I'm seeing right now, I seen 20 years ago, and now I walk into those gyms and look like time machines. So that being said, there's gonna be a big conglomerate or big, company that's gonna come along, is gonna buy these black gyms, and they're gonna call it big box black gyms, right? Or there's gonna be like a Planet Fitness type gym that's gonna go out there and it's gonna steal that aesthetic because that's what's trending, what people are looking for. And they're gonna basically like rail all these gyms and just kind of like redo them. Perfect example, LA Fitness is rebranding. When they rebrand, everything's black and brown, black tan pads. Looks amazing. Clubs are big, they got a lot of money behind them. So that's probably one of those brands that's gonna be able to take over some of these spaces. So advice for anybody out there that's doing that same look, you have to stand out other than just doing all black and all that other stuff. So make sure you're building your community, make sure you're in your gym every day, make sure you're still an owner operator, and you'll always survive. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to kind of do this before. I've never done this kind of video before. And yeah, I just wanted to do this and see what people thought. So real quickly, if you're looking for free gym assessment, 3D rendering, all that stuff, it's absolutely free. It's in the description below. Feel free, to reach out to us any kind of way. Obviously, we're at csmfitnessusa.com. We sell gym equipment, go figure. And we sell and set up gyms for a living. We also buy used equipment. So if you ever have any used equipment, just let us know. We do trades and we do buybacks. So there you go. Till the next time, I am out. Peace.